And we welcome you to the south side of Chicago and Wright Field. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Chicago White Sox. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just a little bit away from first pitch. And our pitcher in this game, Anthony Kay.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
That's off the mark, and a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that is out of play. That one misses.
Nope.
So a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Here's Mike Trout. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Got him swinging.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
Hey, checks over to first, and he's back. Next to hit, Vaughn Grissom. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Line drive. Drops into the glove. That's out number 2. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Well, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Just off the inside edge. Slides, but it gets by him. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Here's Joe Adele.
2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Got him looking. Throws him with a backdoor slider.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill, Jack Kachanowicz. What do you have on him, Singy?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count. And to opposite guys, be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Next offering upstairs. Late swing, foul to the left. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
That one outside. And that's ball 3. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find a zone.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Stepping in, Miguel Vargas. Fastball for a strike. 2-2.
2-2 now.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Singy, we're looking at a young lineup here. Not much experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Colson Montgomery.
Nope, that's a ball.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And that is the inning. White Sox strand a couple, scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's a speed threat, Oswald Peraza. A little bit high, and it's 2-1. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Little bouncer out in front of the plate. And quickly one away in the second. Nolan Shotwell will hit next. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. That one ripped. And it's into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
He was all over that one. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Angels strand one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here on the south side, bottom of the inning. Now the left fielder, number 17. The 1-1. And foul ball.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Got him looking. And there's one down. And next to hit for the Sox, Chase Mydroff. This to third. Peraza fires over to first. And that quickly, 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Tristan Peters. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Nothing doing for the White Sox. We'll move to the third with no score. On to the third inning, and here is Zach Neto. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
And that one is inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
1 out, base is empty. And there's a base hit to the left.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Step off, throw to first. And diving back is Trout. Trout leads off first with 1 away. And now Vaughn Grissom, runner on the go. This one in the dirt. Throws, save. That's a stolen base. Got him swinging. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
It gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 outs. And fouled off. Lifted in the air, right center field. Pereira on the move to the gap. Squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. Angels strand a couple, still no score. Here on the south side, set for the bottom of the 3rd, and now the switch hitting catcher, Edgar Carroll. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. And misses inside. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 strike.
2 out, space is empty.
That's out.
Next pitch is outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Out to center. And that'll do it. On to the 4th, still scoreless. As we go to the top of the 4th, now the third baseman, Oswald Peraza.
Ball, that's in.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
In the air, right side, Pereira. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Nolan Shanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Jordan Hicks, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Davis getting loose as well. Ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. 2 away.
Now batting, catcher Travis.
Here is Darno. Out there to center. And it falls. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Now it's going to be number 22. That one fouled off. 2-2. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That one back. Gone. A gigantic blast. And they add a pair. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Zach Neto.
Ball 2.
Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back, ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there and have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Out to short, Neto. Tosses to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Colson Montgomery. Towards first, Shanuel takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And he hits a ground ball right side. He'll do it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Chi Sox held in check here. They trail it here 2-0. The White Sox going with a new arm, Jordan Hicks.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And that's outside.
Out.
Next offering is fouled back. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And 1 out now.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
That misses. Ball 2. One down, base is empty. Line drive, base hit. One down, and now the DH, Jorge Soler. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, could be 2. There's 1.
He's out.
What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Angels 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back at Rate Field, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, number 17. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. That's hard hit on the line. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. That's down and in. That one to first. He steps on the bag. Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. Tristan Peters steps to the plate for the White Sox. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1. And delivers outside. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The Angels leading by 2, last half of inning number 5. And that one lifted in the air center field. Trout sizing it up. He's got it, and that is out number 3.
We gon' make it epic, epic, epic.
Back here on the south side. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. So in now for the Angels, Joe Adell. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
That catches the zone for a strike, and a count 1-2. Tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. Got him. And that's the first out.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Runner takes off. And there's a foul ball. Man at first, one away. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Dunks one into left. Throw into third. And he's out.
On the tag, he's out.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to third. That time he was wrong as a really nice throw came into third.
Here comes Travis d'Arnaud. Shanuel leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Travis d'Arnaud hits one out, and they add on. It's 4-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the left fielder. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Hit hard, base hit.
Up next for the Angels, shortstop.
Back to the top of the lineup at the plate. Zach Neto. Pickoff move to first, and he's back in on a dive. Two outs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. There goes the runner. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 2-run shot for the Angels this inning. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Brent Suter.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Edgar Caro steps to the plate for the White Sox. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
On the ground. Slings to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, number 5.
And here's the first baseman. That one
2
missed.
balls, 1 strike.
Action in the Angels bullpen. Ryan Zefferjohn, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Silson also throwing. He swings and fouls one off. Two on the way. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Down in order go the White Sox. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jordan Leisure. So in now for the Angels, Mike Trout. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
You know, these Angels, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. 8 of their hits came off the bat at 90 miles per hour or harder. These guys are not getting fooled right now.
Outside, and that's ball 3.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Vaughn Grissom, the next to hit for the Angels. Late swing fouled off. Runner at first with no outs here.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the dirt, but kept close. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Tyler Davis, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Taylor, the right-hander, also getting loose. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Out towards left center. Peters on the move to the alley. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitter Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Trout off of first with 2 away. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two outs.
2-2 the count.
In the dirt. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. And that will end the inning. Angels leave one, but they're in front 4-0.
Don't test me. Ladies, if you feel me, turn me up and let the beat rock. When you in the presence of my...
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Miguel Vargas.
Third baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Adele makes a nice running catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
One down, base is empty. The shortstop takes the ball. Close, but called the ball. And now 3-1. And strike two.
3-2.
Swings and misses. Now 2 away.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Swing and a miss as he was out front. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They trail it here 4-0. New pitcher for the White Sox, Grant Taylor.
Number 31.
Oswald Peraza digs in now. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it surprised a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
And now it's going to be Nolan Shanuel. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Well, with 2 strikes, you want to stay back long enough for that breaking ball, but he handled a fastball slightly elevated. Good job by the hitter right there to spoil it away.
In the air, foul off first. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher Travis Darno.
Bounce to the left side, and that one handled on to first. Angels retired. 1, 2, 3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Last half of the 8th coming up. Angels 4 and the White Sox nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Zefferjohn. Now the left fielder.
And leading off for the White Sox, left fielder, number 17.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Sets him down on strikes. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
Well, he wasn't happy with that call, 3rd strike in and off the plate, and I think he's right. I mean, that miss, it's a really tough one, though, for an umpire back there, so I don't think you can be too mad at him. It looks like it's in the zone the entire way coming in until those last few feet, so I'd say pretty easy to understand why he'd say it clipped the corner. Just a nice pitch.
Movement in the bullpen. Sam Bachman up and throwing. And now the count is even. Battling here as he fouls it away. Stays alive. The Halos leading by 4 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is down low. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Tristan Peters. Next offering upstairs. And there's a ball.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Payoff pitch. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
That's ripped. Base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Andrew Benintendi steps up. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 2 left on. Through 8 full. Angels 4, and the White Sox nothing. And we're back. All set to start the 9th in this one. So in now for the Angels, number 22. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on the tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the 9th. That one is hammered right field. Pereira going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third. Cut off, now a throw home. Safe! In comes the run from second. It's 5-0. Now the number 2 hitter, Mike Trout. Top of the zone for a called strike.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's downstairs and outside. Rips one to right, and foul ball.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
1 down, base is empty. Inside, just missed.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Struck him out looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Swings through that one.
2-2 to count.
Good job to fight that one off. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. Angels 5 and the White Sox nothing. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Chase Silson.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And now the first baseman.
Leading off for the White Sox, first baseman, number 5.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
Ball in.
Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Now the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. Foul ball there. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a 1-2 again. Swings and misses. White Sox down to their final out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Silson is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
They say they want to save you. I'm the anti-hero. There ain't nothing that's gonna save it.